Hey beautiful, welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad that you decided to click and watch another one of my videos. So today I want to play in my Manny MUA Lunar Beauty Life's a Drag palette. I have a full look in mind, so enough chit chat about that. After I play with it, we can talk a little bit more. And my biggest thing is I want to see if this is good for people of color. Like, I'm kind of dark and some of these shades are kind of light here. Like, I want to see if it's something that can work on my skin tone. Now, like, if I only had this palette ever, I could create numerous looks because these are colors that I use, different tones, different shades. I do wish it had like one more shimmer, but like I'm okay with this. I like the setup, and it comes with a little brush. It's cute. So yeah, let's get into this look. I do have a look in mind. I want to do something kind of blue, and I want to play with this new Hypnotic Lights by Mannyac, this really blue one. So I'm excited. I'm excited to see how this and how these shades will play on my eye. So I'm really excited. I love that it comes with a mirror and it comes with a brush. So I'm going to take a flat brush and I'm going to pick up the white shade, which is called Cake Face. This up on a brush and go ahead and just set my eyelids. I'm going to start off with the shade Sickening. I'm just going to use that as my transition shade. Go in with the shade Campy, and I'm going to place that just a little bit lower, more into the crease.
I don't know if you can see that, but like, I like that it's almost like highlighter yellow.
I'm going to use the brush that came with the palette. I'm going to use the more fluffy side, and I'm going to pick up the shade Kai Kai Manny, and I'm going to place that into my crease. I think we're going to do a halo eye, so I am going to concentrate this on the outer corner here and also on the inner corner.
They're so pigmented. Like, I was nervous that like as a person of color that like it wouldn't really show up on me, but you can clearly tell that that is pink and that is yellow.
Okay, same brush. I'm going to go in with the shade Snatched, and I'm going to pick this up and further deepen up my crease. This is the ColourPop E2 brush. fluffy brush, no product, and just blend this right in between that yellow shade and where I just add it into my crease. I like this. I'm going to go in to the shade Pageant Queen, and I'm going to deepen up even more.
Oh wow, the shade is pretty. Wow. Wow.
Up the shade Trade and deepen up my crease. I'm going to take a smaller, more defined pencil brush and pick up the shade Shady, which is that black. Now I'm going to go in with the Milani Hypnotic Light, and this is in the shade Prismatic Light. Go in with that, with Trade and the black mixed together. I'm going to apply some liner and lashes off camera, and I'll be back to finish the face. Pageant Queen, which is that purple, and just smoke this out underneath. The shade Kai Kai, which is that hot pink, and blend this out and just buff out these edges a little bit. Now, I think I'm gonna go into the shade Fishy, which is this blue shade down here, right here. I'm gonna go into that and I'm going to spray my brush. And smoke this out on the lower lash line and see what it does. The Milani, the blue one that I used, take some of this on the back of my hand. The black in the palette, the shade Shady, I'm going to use that and really smoke it out as tight as I can. All I did was add a little bit of Legendary onto my inner corner, added some lashes and mascara, and that's the look. And now I'm going to actually go ahead and do a second look for you using the same Life's a Drag palette, starting off with that Cake Face shade and using that all over my eyelid just to set down that concealer that I already placed. And then I'm going to go ahead into the shade Sickening, and I'm going to use this as my transition shade and placing that right under my brow bone and into my crease ever so slightly. This is going to help all of my other colors blend out and give me a nice transition. From there, I'm going to go into the shade Campy, which is that vibrant yellow, and I'm going to place this right on top of Sickening and also further into my crease just to brighten up my eyes a little bit more and also to give a nice smooth blend. This has to be one of my favorite shades out of the palette. Super blendable, super pigmented, and you can definitely build it up to however intense you want it, or if you wanted a sheer wash of color. Definitely love this shade, and it shows up on me pretty well, and this isn't even how intense it can be, because again, after layering it, it can be built up to such a vibrant yellow, and I love that. And after blending all of that out, I'm going to take the brush that came with the palette and pick up the shade Mug, which is that nice brown in the palette, and go ahead and start blending this into my crease. Now this doesn't do much for me, but it's going to be a nice base for when I have to go in and blend out the darker eyeshadows. And I'm just going to take that same shade Mug on a smaller brush and really concentrate this onto the outer corner and into my crease, just blending that out, blending that into that Campy, giving a nice smooth blend. Then I'm just going to go back in with Campy just to liven up that yellow a little bit more and also to blend out that Mug shade. I'm going to continue to do this because I want that yellow to stay vibrant and I want it to stay showing based upon the other eyeshadows that I use. And now I'm just going in with the shade Snatch on that same dual fiber brush, and I'm just going to place this into my crease, my outer corner, my inner corner. Now I'm just going to slowly deepen and darken my crease because I don't want it to get out of hand too quickly. So I will be going in with different shades, and it may not seem as if it's getting somewhere, but it slowly will. Going to the shade Kai Kai, I'm actually going to place this right in between that Campy shade and that Mug shade to blend it out even further, and I wanted this to be a little bit more pink and red into my crease, so that's why I went in with the shade Kai Kai. And again, I'm just going back in with that shade Campy to further blend this out and to make Campy even more pigmented and vibrant. Then from here, I'm gonna flip that brush that came with the palette and use the flat packing side and pick up the shade Shady, which is that really nice black in the palette, and go ahead and start placing this all over my eyelid. Now, I don't take this up into my crease yet because I want to blend it into my crease and I don't want the black to get everywhere. One thing I love about this black eyeshadow is that it's not super pigmented. It allows you to build it up and blend it out without the black going everywhere, and that's something that I love because sometimes black can be overpowering, but this one is not, and I love that. Just taking a fluffy brush and the shade Mug, blending that out, and then going back in with some of that Shady to intense the pigment just a little bit more, and back in with Mug and a fluffy brush and blending that out. Now this is where I start to blend it into my crease, taking that Mug and placing it right on top of those edges and blending it up and into the crease just so the black doesn't And then this is after Mug is blended out, the black is blended out. It's a nice smooth transition. I am just going to go back into the shade Kai Kai and blend out that crease a little bit more because I do want this to be a little bit more red. Now I'm going to pick up the shade Beat on my finger and place this on the inner part of my lid. And I use my finger first because I wanted to see just how it would look on top of the black instead of going with the brush immediately. And then after placing it down where I want it, I do go back in with the brush and just intensify a little bit more. I did not wet my brush at all. This is just pure pigment, pure color. And I just go back in with my fluffy brush and blend out those edges and give it a really nice, soft, subtle blend. For my lower lash line, I'm going to go into the shade Kai Kai, which is that hot pink. I'm going to smoke this all out underneath. And as I'm smoking this out, I'm going to actually connect it with my eyeshadow on the top. Pageant Queen, which is that really vibrant purple. I'm just going to take some of this and smoke this closer to my lash line. So I'm going to take this and push this right up into my outer corner. And then I'm going to take the brush that came with the palette and pick up the shade Shady and really smoke this close to my lower lash line. I'm going to go in with the shade Fishy, and I'm using this because of the shimmers and I feel like the blue would really pop off with the beat on top. And I'm just going to take this and put this on the inner 1/3 of my eye right here, not going past my pupil. the completed look and I'm absolutely loving it. I really like how it turned out. Again, I've been playing with this palette for almost 2 weeks now, so I kind of already know how I feel about it. Now, a little bit about this palette. It retails for $45, and after shipping, I think it comes up to be $51.50. Now, when I ordered it the day it came out, the hour it came out. I think I ordered it maybe like 4 minutes after. You know, I paid for it and everything, and I think on Twitter Manny was having some issues with the payment, and some of the payments were being declined. Mine didn't do that. It was okay. I kept going, and then I get an email on maybe like the Wednesday after, thinking that it was going to be shipped, and it was a email from customer service saying that, you know, because of the payment issues and some payment issues, my order was not completely processed, so I would just have to pay for it again and everything. And I was a little bummed because I wanted it sooner, but the customer service, his customer service department is great. He even sent me a code for free shipping, so I ended up only paying $45 for this because of my issue the first time. That's nothing. Things happen. I get it. I understand. Now, he said some of these may stain your eyes, so if you have really sensitive eyes, I would stay away from those shades, not this palette, because I think everyone needs this palette, and I'll get into that a little bit more. But some of these shades do stain your eyes. They do stain my eyes. I don't have a problem with that because I wash my face often and I keep my skincare well, so like after a day it's already gone. Now, in my last video I posted using the Huda Beauty Electric Obsession palette. That palette also stains your eyes, so if you have issues with color staining and different things, stay away from some of those shades that will typically stain your eyes. Somehow he has it set up with the brights over here, the shimmers in the center, and some neutrals on this side. And it does have a mirror also, which makes it great. Now, something I do wish that was in this palette was just one more shimmer, maybe like a color shimmer, but that's no big deal, no biggie to me, because I've noticed that layering these shimmers on top of these colors give you a colored shimmer, so to speak. I think everyone should have this palette because it has those pops of colors in it, and it has those neutrals and also 2 shimmers that can be really universal. This palette is really universal. I actually went on vacation and I only brought this palette, and I was able to do makeup the entire time, no worries. This is a palette that I definitely...
I'm glad I bought, and I'm glad that I'm supporting Manny. I've been following him for years, and I am a proud Mannyac. Shout out to the other Mannyacs out there. And I'm just so happy for him, and I'm so happy for what Lunar Beauty will release next, and just what it will be. And I'm hoping that it's people of color friendly, because this palette is definitely people of color friendly.
And as you saw in the tutorial, I was able to use a lot of the lighter shades and make them work how I see fit. One thing I loved about this palette is everything is so blendable. There's something about this palette that each color stands alone, but also once you add another color on top of it, it blends together to create a new color, while also each color is alone. Now, if you are interested in getting this palette, I believe that it is back in stock. I would recommend it. Go ahead and grab Life's a Drag. This is something that I think everyone needs in their makeup collection. Alrighty, if you enjoyed this tutorial and if you enjoyed my little review on the Lunar Beauty Life's a Drag palette, go ahead and give this video a big thumbs up. Also, if you're not subscribed, go ahead and click on that subscribe button. And before you go, I want you to remember that you're beautiful no matter what, and no matter what anyone says, don't forget it and don't let anyone change that. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.